Welcome back to Brain Bitesize. Today, we're diving deep into the minds of one of the most intriguing personality types, the INTJ. Known for their intellect and independence, INTJs often find themselves single. Stick around until the end to discover the unique reasons, why and how this knowledge can improve your relationships or even help you better understand the INTJ in your life. 1. The challenge of emotional expression. INTJs often experience a significant disconnect between their rich internal emotional lives and their ability to express these emotions to others. This is not due to a lack of emotional depth, but rather their internal processing is deeply analytical and private, making outward expression challenging. They tend to communicate their feelings through actions, like performing thoughtful gestures or providing practical help, rather than words. For an INTJ, emotions are like a complex language spoken fluently internally, but with a heavy accent to the outside world. This can lead to misunderstandings in their relationships, where partners might perceive them as cold or indifferent. However, the truth is far from this. INTJs feel deeply, and their emotional intensity is often masked by their preference for communicating through practical means rather than verbal declarations. Understanding this nuanced way of expression is crucial for those close to INTJs, as it requires patience and insight to interpret the subtle signals that signify their true feelings. This struggle with emotional expression is a fundamental aspect that can explain why many INTJs remain single, as forming a deep emotional connection requires both parties to understand and adapt to each other's expressive styles. 2. The Overthinking Trap. INTJs are naturally equipped with a strong analytical mindset that allows them to dissect and understand complex issues, making them excellent problem solvers and strategic thinkers. However, this same trait can hinder more personal aspects of their lives. Their tendency to overthink can manifest in endlessly weighing options and considering potential outcomes, which, while beneficial in a business setting, can stifle spontaneity and emotional expression in personal relationships. This analytical overthinking extends to social interactions as well. INTJs prepare mentally for various scenarios before engaging in conversations or attending social events. They strategize their interactions meticulously, predicting responses and planning their own accordingly. While this helps them navigate social landscapes with finesse, it can also lead to a paralysis of analysis, where they become so caught up in their thoughts that they miss out on genuine human connections. This overpreparation might make their social interactions seem rehearsed or inauthentic, potentially pushing potential partners away who might perceive this behavior as aloof or uninterested. Therefore, while overthinking helps INTJs in areas requiring logic and strategy, it can create significant barriers to forming and maintaining deep, spontaneous relationships. 3. Vulnerability, the hidden struggle. INTJs, naturally inclined toward logic and rationality, typically find it difficult to expose their more intimate and emotional aspects. This guardedness stems from their fear that showing vulnerability might be perceived as a weakness or a deviation from their usual logical demeanor. For an INTJ, being vulnerable means stepping into a realm of emotional unpredictability, which can feel like relinquishing control, a concept that goes against their nature. This fear can create significant barriers in their relationships. Partners might perceive INTJs as aloof or emotionally unavailable, complicating efforts to forge a close bond. This struggle with vulnerability isn't about a lack of depth in feelings, but rather about a deep-seated hesitation to expose these feelings, fearing that it might disrupt the controlled and structured facade they are comfortable presenting to the world. As a result, many INTJs might remain single, not because they prefer solitude per se, but because they haven't found a scenario where emotional openness feels safe and manageable. 4. Selectivity in relationships. INTJs highly value intellectual and emotional depth, influencing how they choose their friends and partners. They are interested in something other than surface-level interactions and seek relationships that offer meaningful conversation and shared intellectual pursuits. This discerning approach isn't about exclusivity, but finding genuine compatibility and shared values. INTJs assess potential relationships through a lens that prioritizes quality over quantity. They invest their time and energy only in those they believe will significantly contribute to their life's goals or challenge their thinking. As a result, INTJs often spend more time alone or may appear selective and reserved to others. This meticulous selection process ensures that the relationships they form are deep and meaningful. Still, it also means that forming these connections can take a significant amount of time, often leaving INTJs without a partner for longer periods compared to other personality types. This intentional and thoughtful approach to building relationships is a core aspect of the INTJ's interaction with the world around them. 5. A strong sense of independence. This personality type is characterized by a strong desire to pursue personal goals and projects. INTJs often dedicate substantial time and energy to activities fostering intellectual and professional growth. This intense focus on self-reliance and individual pursuits means that INTJs are often perceived as highly self-sufficient, which can be both a strength and a challenge within relationships. INTJs' preference for independence is not just about enjoying solitude, it's about controlling their environment and outcomes, which they find essential for their peace of mind and productivity. In romantic relationships, this can translate to needing space and freedom to explore their interests, sometimes leading to a disconnect with partners who desire more closeness and shared experiences. For INTJs, finding a balance between their independence and the emotional demands of a relationship is crucial but challenging. Their partners often need to understand and respect this need for autonomy, while finding ways to build intimacy that doesn't feel invasive to the INTJ. So there you have it, the 5 key reasons why INTJs might be more prone to flying solo. Understanding these traits can lead to deeper connections and more meaningful interactions with the INTJs in your life. If you found this insight helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more content from Brain Bitesize, where we explore the fascinating world of human behavior and personality. Until next time, keep those brains sharp and insights brighter.